Joining us in the Rock Zoom room, our latest staff member, Cone McCaslin, host of Cone's Cave, and Dave Baksh, both from Sum 41. Gentlemen, so nice to see you. So you're all kind of close by right now. Cone, you're in the city, resting up for the next stage of your Canadian tour. What's taking up your time in the break in between?
Well, kids mostly. I got two young little shits that are running around, 3 and 7. So, I'm just kind of, doing as best I can while I'm home to take care of them. And then, just kind of, stay in tour shape and, keep my chops up on bass, been playing some bass and, I'm doing the Cone's Cave thing. And that's about it.
Nice. And how about you, David?
Actually, what held me up for this interview was a train on the way back from the gym, actually.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So, I mean, just same kind of thing, just training, staying sharp, but not kids. Our kids are old as hell now, and they don't care for us or talk to us. So, yeah.
It's so funny hearing you guys talk about being in shape and practicing and everything. There was a time when this business called for just complete rest and decompression, in between tours before you're getting ready to go again. But now you guys seem to take things a little more responsibly.
US for about 5 weeks first, and that was like a co-headline with Simple Plan through the US on the East Coast. But then we went to the UK to headline a couple festivals called Slam Dunk, and it was the first time in our career we'd ever done pyro. So we went and did like pyro rehearsals in London, and then we did 2 shows in England with like full pyro and concussions, and it was insane. Like it's hard to now go back, like once you've done pyro and how amazing it is to do pyro, like it's hard to like just go back to the regular show. But we are going back to the regular show, but it was amazing to do pyro. Like, you see like bands like Slipknot and Metallica have done pyro for years and years and years. It's just like their thing now. Hopefully we can get to that point at some point.
Yeah, well, that demands another level of concentration because pyro is dangerous. It's explosives.
That and another level of finances.
So you're touring across the country on your next stage, and you're going to be on the Budweiser stage on July 14th. Have you played there yet? I'm sure you have over the years. It's such a beautiful venue.
We played there, Dave, right? In the early
Yeah, early on with Blink-182, Newfound Glory, on that tour. But it was early on.
Mm-hmm. And this time around, it's with Simple Plan again, and OBGMs,
all-time low. All-time.
Oh, it's all-time low. I'm sorry, I got the wrong information.
All-time low, Gob, and the OBGMs. So this will be like the last time we played Toronto was 2019. We did like the field, which is really called the Echo Beach.
Yes.
Kind of a field of the amphitheater. So this time we decided let's try the big one. That's July 14th.
I'm thinking back. So 2 years since you were last able to get out, and in the intervening time, we had lots of opportunities to speak with artists from around the world who, depending on where they were from or where they were able to work, were able to get out and play a bit. But venues capacity very often was restricted, and the idea that the concert business could not be sustainable over the long term like that was quite sobering, to say the least. And I'm thinking about coming out on the other side right now, yet we have a bunch of new challenges. All of a sudden, your tour costs are up significantly because of the cost of energy. And that trickles down into people who spend money on concerts, which are probably going to start to get a lot more expensive in the next little while. That must be a little sobering as well. And how have you seen the turnout so far? And how has it affected your bottom line?
Well, I mean, maybe the fact that bands like us don't charge a premium rate for concerts, I mean, maybe that'll affect us in a positive way. Because, it's true. All fuel is kind of up. Luckily, most of the buses that we use operate on diesel. So, I mean, we're saving a little bit there. But, I mean, we're looking at record gas prices this weekend alone. And it's significant, the budgets, and Coner. I mean, you actually lay eyes on them, so it's like, what do you think?
Yeah, it's strange to think about, but like, you know, the tour we just did in the US, every show was sold out. And
Yeah.
we did those festivals in England. There was, they must have been close to sold out, because, like, you know, there's a sea of people. So far, people are still showing up. I think there's like a huge demand for live music. That's what it is. You know, it's everyone's excited to go to shows again. Like, I am too. Like, you know, I haven't been able to go to too many because we've been touring now, but I'm seeing shows come through. Like, I think Dave and I are going to go see Rage Against the Machine on time off. So it's like this huge excitement and demand for concerts right now. Like, we can't even get a bus over in Europe on our next tour because every band is over there touring. So like, we're taking bands and flying commercial days of shows. Like, it's so crazy that every band now is out on tour. And you know, I don't know if it's going to start to get overloaded. Now people are like, don't have enough money to go all these shows. But for now, it seems really good, and the demand's huge.
It's funny that that you have Gob joining you on this leg of the tour, because the last time I saw Gob was just like sitting pretty much right in the spot right here when they came through, and I think it was 7 years ago, and they were playing Hard Rock downtown the next night. So they came in, they visited me here and performed for about an hour, and a half an hour later, I got an email from Theo, and he left his wallet here with all his cash, and they were in Pickering. So I said, you know, relax. I sent them to, they wanted Indian food. So I said, okay, go to Mount Everest in Pickering Village.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah, it's the best biryani anywhere. So you go have dinner, and I'll come and meet you after, and I'll drop off the wallet. So it was pretty funny. They offered me their takeout, but instead gave me a T-shirt, and I think I went and watched the World Series up the street at Finn McCool's. But it was so tell Theo hello for me when you see him next time, and remind him of his wallet and how safe it is now because of me.
Yeah, we've done a lot of tours with Gob, like even back to when we were on our first EP, Half Hour Power. Like we opened for them, Toronto, Hamilton, and then we were able to take them on tour in the US when we started having success. And then we've just played with them. And then obviously Tom is in our band now too. So
that's what I hear. Yeah,
there's a big connection with Sum 41 Gob.
Good for you. Hey, listen, Combe, you're a radio star now.
I don't know about star, but yes, I have a radio show.
Well, I got to tell you, people say that this is an easy job to do, and I can tell you firsthand it's not. But it takes real talent to make it sound easy, and you do that, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Coming from you, that's a big compliment, actually.
How did you get interested, and how did it come about? Because I'm a little bit out of the loop on it.
Yeah, well, the idea came up in the mid 2000s, and it was actually from Dave Bookman, Bookie. You know, I do interviews with him when he was on The Edge and stuff like that. And he would say to me once in a while, I'd say, like, you should just come on my show and like have your own little, he used to call it Cone's Corner. And he said, you have your own little, you know, to go come on for 10, 15 minutes, talk about new bands and play whatever you want. And I just, at the time, like we didn't really have a lot of time, spare time. We were really touring a lot. We were gone a lot. And so the idea kind of just like fizzled away. And then over the pandemic, I was like, I really should revisit this idea, because Dave knows this. I love DJing music. Like when we're in the dressing room, you know, Dave knows. I'm sick of it by now, but yeah, like I love, like I'll go to bars and I'll DJ. And so I love playing music, showing people what I'm into and showing people new bands. And so, yeah, I just started talking to Doug Elliott about the idea, and he seemed to really like it. And you know, it's playing stuff that typically like is not being played on the radio right now, like you know, a lot of punk rock music, 70s, 80s, 90s punk music, and old garage rock, and you know, I throw in some heavy metal, some indie rock. So it's an hour, and every week I'll have like a guest on, and we talk about a song of theirs and an influence of theirs. And yeah, it's been really fun. And like you said, it's not the easiest. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but you know, I've found a groove now, but it's not the easiest job. You're right.
Yeah, and I guess especially when you're working, it's a little bit hard to balance, because you do have to put away a couple hours every week at least just to formulate everything, and then you have to record it, then you have to send it in because you can't be here all the time. So
Yeah.
Yeah. There's about 11 of us sitting on the bus with takeaway containers trying to sit at the table. And Cohn's just sitting there on his laptop listening to himself. And we're just sitting there like, okay, I guess we'll just stand up and eat Kohner.
I do make the band every Sunday listen to my show in the dressing room before.
well, that's fantastic. And
Shut up, my show's on.
how do you
but
like
what-
listening to it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
what did we say? We were every single one of us was just like, dude, this is a really good radio show and really well done. So I agree with you, Lee.
Thank you.
That's excellent. All-time low coming for summer 2, July 14th at on the Budweiser stage, and of course Cohen's Cave every Sunday night at 7 o'clock, exclusively on 94.9 The Rock. And there's some syndication potential there, so I hope you look into that, Cohen. Okay.
Yeah, I will actually.
And David, a pleasure to meet you. We're neighbors, by the way, and maybe we'll see you out there sometime.
Nice.
Watch me.
all
I
right.
come bombing down the hill on Thixon towards the liquor store sometimes. So just keep your head up.
Oh, sweet. You don't even have to stop. I'll just shovel past some beers at you.
Man, you're reading my mind.
There we go.
Great to see you guys. Thanks for joining us in the Rock Zoom room. Cone and Dave from Sum 41. Cheers.
Thank you, Lee.